Bloomerinos, it's Keleas. Are you ready to make a Valentine heart door wreath hanger with us? I am excited to play with all these fun flowers. You know, Valentine's Day is a time you can pull out gorgeous, rich florals, and then you can add in a bit of boho inspiration because we've got the natural look of the wood, and then we've got the beautiful accent of the pampas in a gorgeous floral bush to coordinate. And then we're going to kind of blow your mind because we're going to end up with a little bit of pearlized ribbon. This is a Japani. It has a nice finish, gives it a little sheen. When you get those three elements, the rustic, the natural, and a little bit of pearl, you've got the perfect setting for boho. So come on in, guys. It's Keleas here with Keleas.com, where we teach you the love of floral design. Today we're going to make a boho-inspired Valentine door hanger. Y'all, if you want to know where we are at all times and how to get our latest content, we would love to have you in our class every week or coming and join us on our live videos that we do out here on social media. So text us at 832-734-5201. Text us the word live. And if you don't want to wait for another live, you want to come and join Design School today and get access to the latest 24 classes we've taught, all you got to do is just text us the word K. Oh, what is it? No, it's link. L-I-N-K. Link. So many keywords, y'all. Link. So text us and come on in. All right. For this project, we're going to have a supply list for you, but I'm going to use a bouquet, beautiful pampas grass, a little touch of lamb's ear. That's a beautiful greenerita mix. I need a little Spanish moss to cover up my mechanics, then our ribbon, of course, and just a little bit of floral foam. Okay, so that's what we're going to need for the whole thing. So I'm going to pull some of these aside. And what we're going to start on, guys, is we're going to start by making our bow. Now, when we melt the foam on, we're going to kind of put it just right here in the center. Because this has just a jute hanger, you have to kind of get the weight midstream of the heart, and we don't want to cover up all of the hearts. So you have to think about where you're going to put everything. So I know right here in the middle will work great, so I'm going to take my little bit of floral foam, pop it in the glue pot for just a second. I like to use Gorilla Glue. It's a clear Gorilla Glue. Pop a little of that behind it and just swirl a little on. I kind of use that as a backup plan. Hot gluing to wood generally works pretty well, but if your heart's metal or something else, I got to think about how's it going to stick, okay? So I'm going to scrape off a little of that glue, but I got a nice coating of glue. Pop it on, give it a wiggle, and then where that glue is hot around the edges, grab your Spanish moss. We have this on Keleas.com. This is the chartreuse color, one of my favorites. You can use any color, really. We have light green and dark green, but I like this one too. Let's bring it around the edges and a little bit more around this other edge. And we are home free. So what that's done is that has hidden all the mechanics and gave a nice, soft, organic touch to the background, okay? While this is setting up, let's put it aside and grab our ribbon and our bow maker. I use an easy bow maker. If you need the affiliate link for that, just text us the word bow, B-O-W, or I think it might be bows, B-O-W-S, and we'll send you the affiliate link to this. Our text is 832-734-5201, or go to textkeleas.com. Now, our ribbon tails, what we're going to do is I want these tails to be a little bit long, kind of like about 20 inches. So I'm going to measure that out, bring it to the center, twist it, and then let's go at about 5.5. It doesn't need to be too big, guys. Kind of a medium-sized bow. And because we are just using this for that elegant, soft touch, kind of giving it the feminine look that we like from the boho type texture, we're just going to do 2 loops, beautiful long tails. Just cut those straight across. And now let's do 1 more loop to split that up nicely. This one, the tail could be about like 16, 14 inches. And then this one will be 5 inches right here in the middle. Twist, 5 inches here, scrunch it, and then you've got, basically our recipe is 2 loops, 1 loops, okay? 2 loops, 1 loop. I use cable ties to take these off the bow maker, so that's what we're going to do. Slide a cable tie right underneath, put a finger on top and just bring that up. Add a little pressure. And then rotate this around to the back. Now, before we go any further, you've got to make it all fluffed up and pretty right now, okay? So separate this all out into its sections. See how pretty that is? Flip it over, and you're gonna add a floral pin to the back. So let me grab my floral pins, my little box of floral pins, and we'll just slide that in. And it's a metal U-pin that you use in order to put things into foam really easily. Okay, so that's in. Trim that piece off there. You guys, you will need wire cutters and scissors. That's just something, if you're going to play with flowers, you are going to need more often wire cutters and scissors. All right, now we have our cable tie kind of showing in the middle, and I want to cover that up. So generally, I'm going to use just a little bit of the same ribbon. Cut that, and we'll fold this. Woo! Stay on the table, dude. We will fold this into sections and just keep it nice and neat and go right through the center. Make a really pretty center. See how cute that is in the center? I love that. Now I'm going to take and get a knot going there and trim each of these pieces off. Okay? So we got a nice finished bow, so we'll be ready to add that when we get our florals in, okay? So that's probably the most time-consuming part. Now, bring your heart back. It's all set up and ready to go. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this pampas like I would a greenery almost. And I'm going to do something we teach in design school called set the perimeter. And we're going to do that right now with some of this. Now, less is more with pampas. It quickly can take over your design, and it goes from boho to flaming boho. I mean, like in your face. So just go a little slow, okay? So let's take this beautiful piece and let's use this kind of going off from the bottom down. I'm going to let it just lay out that way. Oh, that's so pretty and soft. Look at that. Okay, now I want to work opposite to that. So I'm going to come up here and work opposite as I come up. Just take another little small piece. And it's up to you how much of this you really want. But I like to set the perimeter with it. Okay. Place that. Oh my gosh. So now you've kind of created your lines. You're going to work from here in. All right. Yeah. And one piece of this is going to do you. I think it'll be nice and soft. But we've got that in the back. Now our next step is to take our bouquet. We chose a bouquet because all the work was done for us. A beautiful collection is already chosen on the bouquet. So take and start to cut that all the way down. We're going to get all these pieces cut off of there. And I will start to take and arrange them right here in the center. Oh, there's a little, this is a little piece of eucalyptus. There's a really cute greenery we can fill in. I got a big white rose here. Gorgeous, and even a couple of big leaves. So when I'm cutting these off, I'm making sure I'm leaving some of that stem. You need that in order to place it in to your design. You can't just be like, nope, don't need the stems. You got to keep the stems on, okay? Because that's what gives it some strength. So we've broken that whole thing up. And when you want to do that, I'd identify, you know, what are my larger pieces, what are my smaller pieces. And I know I would like to take a couple of these leaves and just kind of build out my perimeter. Also, I'm going to just take and kind of have them tuck in here behind the pampas. And just kind of be a layer behind, nice and soft. And you notice you'll see me hold that foam just in case it's not totally set up. Add some pressure to that foam while you are putting each piece in. Okay, and I'm going to come behind here and we're going to pop that one in. Okay, so I've got a little leaf behind each of those. And now I'm ready to get to my pretty flower part. So let's start with our two really pretty roses. One's white, one's cream. We take and cut those down a little shorter. And let's use the burgundy. I'm going to have the burgundy one kind of go up. We'll let it come up here. And let's go opposite with the white one. Let it go down. We're just going to let these fill in this area nice and full and beautiful. Now we want to leave a little bow zone. We've got a beautiful bow coming in here in a little bit. So in order to help you remember how large the bow is, just bring it back. Think, okay, I've got space still. I've got space. don't panic. Cut this down a little shorter also. Let's bring that in here. We want to start using these to fill up. Oh, look how pretty that mauve-y pink is. Oh my God, so pretty. Now you have all these little pieces of the filler flower that came in the bouquet. It's like a little cute, I don't even know what it is, but it's just really cute, like a little berry blooming. Let's utilize that. Now, because I have this burgundy up here, I want to bring the other burgundy to the lower part of the design. So we'll take and cut this, and I will add that a little bit lower down here. Have it kind of come up by the rose. That's really pretty. And this little touch of cream, we definitely can do the same thing. We'll have it work above right here. So I got a beautiful bloom. We know we're going to have our flower in there. We have our little filler flowers. We're going to put those off to the side. I'm going to grab my last piece of the hydrangea, cut that down short, bring it in right here. So the bow is going to just pop right between the pieces of hydrangea. I've got a little bit of eucalyptus and the filler flower. We put those aside. We're going to use those in a minute when we fill in around all of our gorgeous florals we've got going. Now let's take and break a little more pampas down. And if you want these to have a little longer stems, depending on how much room you need, just pull. And generally, you got to muscle this one. You can just get maybe an inch or two or more long. And that'll help you get a strong stem when you're ready to trim those off. Okay, dudes. Now, I am going to allow the pampas to get just a little bit wider as I work my way up. You guys, the principles you're seeing here today are things I teach in design school. And the whole point of you getting better at designing and placement is so not only can you have beautiful pieces for your house, but you can learn to sell your pieces with us and take your business to the next level. When your work is just that much more pretty, you can't help but get more for it. And you might see me joke around saying, you know, don't shove your florals in, but I'm not really joking. The more time you take on placement, the more people can tell on your work. And guess what? They're willing to pay more because it looks more professional and it sets them apart from their neighbors. Everybody wants beautiful pieces for their home. And if you can make them for them, that is, I mean, that's my dream for you. So you see, I added a little bit more. I got a little bit wider. We're going to take this one piece and I'm going to let it kind of come out from where the bow is going to be in a second. So this is what's called breaking the plane. This dude's going to break the plane of these other florals and just kind of disrupt the whole neatness of it. We're going to make it a little bit exciting. Now it's time for that lamb's ear we were talking about earlier. And I love this one because it's a great filler. This bush can be pushed up and rotated around to go in here and fill in on this design. So you can see when I'm pushing these, I'm rotating the leaves to make nice, cute clusters. These make the cutest. Oh, this isn't lamb's ear, it's Dusty Miller. But it's still that pretty touch. Like, clean out your flowers, woman. I'm going to trim these all off to a couple inch stems, you guys. And we're going to put that in next. Let's tuck these in. Yeah, I love teaching my design school students all about the floral design. And I'm so glad you're here being a Bloomerino, watching and learning right along with us. Whether you want to take your business to the next level or you're just starting out and maybe you're just catching the bug of silk flower designing, hey, we're here for you. And if you haven't gotten on that text list yet, grab a spot, 832-734-5201 or textkeleas.com. Once you're on the list, we'll send you all kinds of information, including when our class is open next. You can grab a spot. Okay, you can see I'm putting a few pieces up top and up bottom, and see how pretty that is filling in. And this is just slightly off center, just slightly off center. So when this hangs on a door, see how gorgeous it's going to be. Bow time! Grab that gorgeous bow you made. We're going to put that right in the middle and straddle it right along the center. Whoa, we're going to need a little dowel rod. Here's my little dowel rod. I like to use a little dowel rod, a little piece of bamboo, chopstick, or anything like that in my glue pot to help me take glue to things like that. It's a lot safer than putting in a glue gun and pumping in glue and burning yourself. The glue pot is easy peasy to work with. Okay, the bow's placed in, it's glued in. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take just a second to work with your tails. I like to kind of weave my tails in instead of having them just all in the front. I like to be the boss of them. Boss these girls around. These little bow ribbon tail girls need some, these girls need a boss. So we're going to let those flow down. We'll let the shorter tails kind of come up, curl around. The little divas that they are. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. It's so pretty, but we're not done yet. The little filler flowers are going to work to your advantage up here. These little guys, we're going to use these around the bow. So cut them till they have a nice little stem you can work with. And we're going to tuck some of these right in between the ribbons. So find the foam. Oh yeah, pop them in. Let them stand up and potty on their own. Potty in the pastel ribbon section. These are so cute. See how cute that is in there? Let's use another one up here. Just cutting these little guys. I'm just cutting them to make them a little shorter. We don't want them shooting out too far. We want them just breaking the planes of that ribbon. Oh, yes. Okay, and then I want a little bit more of the greenery, the Dusty Miller, that I've been calling lamb's ear on and off all video. Y'all know what I mean. Tuck it in here. Fill it in there. Let's go on the other side. Cut that piece off. Look how stinking cute this is. I am in love filling that in. I like the rich colors, the creams, the beautiful touch of the elegance. And then, you know, when we call it boho, that's because we've got this rustic heart behind here. This is gorgeous for Valentine, but you know it also works great for weddings. You could do it with less of the colors if people just want neutrals. That's really trendy for weddings also. We've got left this little bit of eucalyptus, and use that to your advantage because this introduces a little bit of this gray green that's in the back. If you take a color from the back of a design and you move it to the front, that is always going to help you give you more of a cohesive look. You can see I'm doing that right here. Blue Merinos, you can make this. I know you can. You can grab the supply list right here. Text us at 832-734-5201 or go to textclee.com. Just send us the word supply. Supply brings you the latest supply lists, and it will bring you this one and any other projects we have done recently where you can grab the supplies right from us. Isn't it cute? I love her. Check the finished pictures out on the supply list. You can see how she turned out hanging on the door. And Blue Merinos, I'll see you next time. Have fun with flowers. And if you haven't, like, subscribed, and followed, and hit that bell icon. Come on, help a sister out. I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.